Hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Coco in the Sun podcast. This is your host, Malika Critchlow, Ayana Malika Critchlow to some. And today we're going to continue with Bringers of the Dawn, chapter 19. Trying to see if there's anything else I want to discuss, really. And I don't really think of anything except to say that now I have distinguished between resistance and fear, although I don't think I had really much issue with it, but came in very clear the difference. Like fear is like when you want to do something, but like you're scared, it'll fail, or you won't do well, or you don't have what it takes, but you want to do it. Resistance is when you don't want to do it. You really don't want to do it, but you know it's going to succeed, or you have good history with it, stuff like that. So resistance is really when you don't want to do something, and fear is when you want to do something, but you're scared to do it. And I think those things are like part of the process of learning to listen to yourself and how to proceed if it's fear or if it's resistance, you know? And so I think what else did I come across? Okay, so I think like part of the process too, after like dealing with your fears and your traumas, I'm sorry, after a certain point, I think in order to bring in the reality you want, you just have to understand that you're in that reality, that you are it, and accept it. And so what happens is in you acknowledging that you're in it, even though you don't see the physical signs of it, then the physical signs start to show up. The more and more you feel more confident you're in that reality. However, you don't get to that phase, generally speaking. You don't start to think like that or like get signs that you're there until after clearing some stuff, right? And then you get little signs like, yeah, I think I'm in it. I don't see like the physicality of it, but I think I'm in the energy of it. And the physicality will start showing up as you just start like believing or knowing you're in the energy of it. So then it comes to prove that you are in it, right? Because you're in it. It's your thoughts and your feelings. And the more you solidify and confident in it, the more it actually comes to pass. So it's kind of a cool process. I'm still working it out, but I think that's one of the steps. So you move from when will it shift? How will I know? And then you realize, well, I probably won't see anything. I just have to know. But you'll get signs, I think. Like if you pay attention to how your guides communicate with you, you'll get signs that you're in it or close to it. Yeah. I get signs from like the type of videos that come up on my YouTube or on my Instagram, the type of things that they're saying. And I'll go more into it once I have completed what I'm figuring out. Then I'll go into like what type of stuff I was seeing and stuff like that. But I do think like things come into my field or into things come in that I need in the time that I need it. It feels very specific to what I'm dealing with or what I'm questioning or what I'm trying to understand. I'll be weird, like the video will be old. Like from 6 or 7 months ago. And I would have like seen the video before, like I'm being like not interested in it. I'm like just feel repulsed by, not repulsed, but not like in tune to it, don't want to look at it, don't want to feel it, nothing. And then all of a sudden when I think I'm at the frequency for it, when I'm there, then I'm like, oh, what is this video saying? And it'll be exactly what I need. Or sometimes like a lot of these signs I see in nature, like they have like meanings. Like if I see peacocks, if I see doves, if I see cardinals, if I see white butterflies, um, And then sometimes it's also like that between dream and wake state. Um, Stuff comes in there and stuff. I just think the whole this whole process is really, really beautiful. And it's fun, and it keeps you interested in a way you didn't think it would, or you're intrigued, and you get answers in ways you don't expect, but in ways that are the best way for you, the way you'll enjoy the most. So I believe these things are true. Like, I know them to be true. Um, but again, time will confirm, you know? Yeah. So I enjoy really where my life is right now, even though it's not perfect. It feels really good. Um, so we'll see. Anyway, so let's get started on chapter 19. Bring us at the dawn. We have 19 today, and we have 20, 21, 22. So we have 3 more to go. And then we're done with the book. I don't know what our next book should be. I was thinking maybe the Hathors or the manuscript of Mary Magdalene. Feeling very feminine energy, you know? I don't know. What do you guys think? Okay, chapter 19, igniting the internal flame. Again, my feeling already, my throat feeling like it's going to go. The plan is looking for a balance in the self. Since the self is a composite of all things, it is a harmonic that balances all of your extraterrestrial selves, multidimensional selves, and male and female selves. So a lot of selves we have to harmonize. Oh my goodness. Extraterrestrial, multidimensional, and male and female. I think I know what the balance of the male and female aspect feels like. It feels like listening to your heart and what your heart wants to do. If you don't know what your heart wants to do, to keep still and stay in the quiet until you know what you want. Then the actions would be things you want to do because you want to do things to follow your heart. So it doesn't feel like effort, I think. I know. So I know that. I think I got that down. But the multidimensional and extraterrestrial cells, I'll be curious to see how that unfolds. You are, oh, you are incredibly whole beings, which you are beginning to realize. Allow yourself to blossom and come into this completeness. No one hinders you but yourself. If you allow this completeness, there are vistas awaiting you that are beyond your imagination. You are discovering that you need your emotional body and that you need both your femininity and your masculinity. You need all that you have been gifted with in order to survive and understand what is unfolding upon the planet. Please realize the severity of the times that you are living in. As we spend time with each other, you in turn will be tested and then taken to teach many others when the time comes. We will be tested. Through feeling, you can discover much more, for you are seeking to resolve something and make something whole within yourself. To show yourself how unwhole you are, you have created a situation of tremendous separation that appears to be outside of yourself. It looks as if your drama has to do with a powerful man against a powerful woman. Which one is going to be the victim? Who is right and who is wrong? What is the internal drama actually saying? What is this outside mirror that images what is going on inside of you? As you access multidimensionality, you must merge male and female. You will not stop at the separation or fight between man and woman that has been going on for thousands of years. Who is creating the separation between man and woman? It is the creator gods who have set up this paradigm for you and instigated these frequencies from other points of view. The separation story has served them well because of the havoc it has created. The male vibrations came into power in recent times, some 5,000 years ago. In order to slowly recognize who they were, they completely and totally disassociated themselves from anything that was formerly in power. The matriarchal movement and females. Females operate traditionally through the realms of intuition and feeling. Males have also been carriers of intuition and feeling a multitude of times, but in this recent separation, they did not carry feelings with them. There was a huge schism, and the males and females on the planet came into great conflict. Why did this occur? It was a setup. It was set up by the creator gods who took over the planet and created the reality, feeding, keeping themselves alive and functioning and nourishing themselves off emotional turmoil. This planet has been subjected to all kinds of plans and activities orchestrated to create greater and greater emotional turmoil. The more people involved in these activities, the more potential for emotional turmoil there has been. The creator gods instigated these activities and set you up to work against each other. In order to bust this paradigm, as you all are on assignment to do, you must change many of the separating structures that have been set up. Whatever the separation may be between man and woman, black and white, Oriental and Caucasian, you must change it. You came onto the planet purposely to insert yourself as members of the family of light in situations that are archetypal. As we have said, you are doing this so that you can understand the masses and transmute energy for them by being able to transmute it within yourself. Once you make a healing or joining, you take it on and heal not only yourself, you heal the species and the mass psyche. Remove yourselves from your personal drama and realize that it is all symbolic. See yourself as a female entity looking for identity and notice how a male identity constantly seems to oppose you. You must discover how you can bring these identities together inside yourself. When this joining occurs inside you, it will automatically proceed outside you. As you have journeyed upon this planet, part of what you have come to heal is male dominion over female. You don't need to take what you're doing personally or carry it as a personal burden as if it is just yours. It is not just yours, it is universal. Each of you carries energies to resolve within your collective experience. As members of the family of light, you each have your incarnational goodies, your stuff, in areas that most impersonate you and that you find to be stimulating. That is why you are all different. As members of the family of light, you need to branch out or fan out to get the hang of being human. You need to cover the full spectrum of experience so that you can comprehend from a cellular level how much needs to be transmuted, how deep the sense of powerlessness runs, and how lost the energy of the goddess is from the consciousness of the species. Remember, you're creatures who have been locked in development by frequency, and your task is to bring human beings to the place where they can be poised to consciously accelerate human evolution. When you are locked in evolution by frequency and DNA manipulation, there is only a certain kind of frequency that can broadcast. There is fighting with the self, and things seem to be more separated. As you become more complete, you do not separate things in such a way. You see that all things are part of the experience. Sometimes you become so lost in the experience of being human that you forget what you are here to do. As members of the family of light, you have come here to transmute for the species. As soon as you get less attached to the dramas, you will not feel so caught up and victimized by them. You will understand that this is a collective of energy you're dealing with. So collectively, if you can come to the realization inside yourselves, you can broadcast a new vibration for women and men to harmonize with. Every time you feel as if you have made headway, you have. Do not discount the steps you have taken. You discredit yourself when you look at your behavior and judge yourself as others as bad. Look for what you get out of everything. The conflict that is going on is actually between male and female inside of you. You have not figured out how to merge your male and female parts, and there are millions of others with the same conflict. Be kind and generous to yourself. As you build cooperation between your male and female counterparts within yourself, you will be able to find the cooperation to work with one another on the planet and the cooperation to work with the beings who come from space, who are all yourselves. You all need to become sovereign. As you change, you need to have a space around you within which you can operate without feeling obligated to someone else. At the same time, you cannot make demands on someone else without allowing them the same right. You are redefining in many ways the whole concept of relationship and cooperation. Relationship is cooperation. It is agreed cooperation of frequency and frequency modulation blending. Many of your old ways of relating are becoming very irritating because you are dissolving a freedom. You are discovering a freedom frequency. Your assignment is to pull that freedom frequency onto the planet. Of course, you will pull it into your own life and family and relationships first. Ideally, you will learn how to be free while still being involved in an intricate number of relationships, relatings, and relayings of life. Unfortunately, on this planet, relationships connote ownership. When a man and woman get married, the woman's father traditionally has the rule of giving her away. In other words, a male figure must hand her over. There is an incredible expectancy within relationships about another's behavior. Get clear about what your ideal relationship is, and this will facilitate things in the long run. Just as there's no ownership with parenthood, there's no ownership in a relationship. You relate to one another as you relate energies back and forth. Ideally, there's communication with all of this relaying and relating. The male vibrations give their power away just as much as the females. They give it away to a government that says, here, go jeopardize. What is that? Here, go jeopardize your life. Go take a stand and shoot for us. If your body gets chopped up, we will take care of you in the hospital and give you a bit of money. What the heck? Go for it. And the males just obey. The chain of obeying and giving the power of the individual away is then complete. You are opening your feeling centers. Men tend to have greater blocks in their feeling centers than women do. Energy in the male has been stuck because it has moved from the first chakra to the second chakra and stopped. The feeling center in the male vibration has not been activated. This is part of the experiment that has gone on for the last 4,000 or 5,000 years. The female energy, which feels and brings life onto the planet and represents creativity, moved into a submissive state in order for the male vibration to have its opportunity without feeling to run the world. We want you to get the big picture. We are looking at movements and consciousness. The female who carried the magic and the intuitive agreed to give these up. Female meaning not just female physical beings, but consciousness who were female. Many of the native cultures have lived with Earth and knew about life. Many of the native cultures that lived with Earth and knew about life were very feminine. Remember, the female literally brings life into the planet, for life comes out of the female body. The female therefore carries feelings because you can't bring life onto the planet and not feel, unless you participate in a patriarchal movement that creates drugs to numb you from feeling. When you can't feel life, you don't value life. When you feel life and participate in the creation and deliverance of life, you value life much more because you know about it. The patriarchal movement over the last 5,000 years has removed itself from the birthing process so that it could carry out its experimentations involving war and the continual annihilation of people. The energy was purposely blocked in the male. As we mentioned, the male energy is very stuck. We are not pointing fingers. However, we are saying in general that the energy of the male species on the planet is very stuck in the second chakra or within the penis. Lord. Females, you are stuck in your throats because you agreed 4,000 or 5,000 years ago to be silent about the magic and intuition of what you represented and knew as one part of the twin flame. The twin flame is the male and female existing in one body, whether you are physically male or female. I think I should. One second. Okay, where did I leave off? The patriarchal, I don't know why I pronounced it so, but I'm not going back to repeat it. Society has been run by the male aspect of the self, which you all have been. You have all experimented with consciousness and taught yourselves about what works best, preparing for this time when the flames will be lit together in your body. At this time, the twin flame is not sought as a partner outside of the self, but is understood to be the integration of the male and female selves and the ripeness of all the self, of all that self has done. At this time, the twin flame is not sought as a partner outside of the self, but is understood to be the integration of the male and female selves and the ripeness of all that self has done. Excuse me. After you have integrated the male and female within yourself and activated your own twin flame, then when you seek a partner, you will seek someone complete, not someone to fill the need that you have not acknowledged or that you have not filled for yourself. During these times of change, women are going to need to open their throats and give themselves permission to speak out. Now is the time. And men, your challenge in understanding women and other men is to feel and to let feeling enter your expression of sexuality in your relationships. Many men now are having a very difficult time with women. Women are driving men crazy. It is true. What we are suggesting for the male vibration and also for the female who operates in the male aspect of herself is that you move into feeling in your sharing of sexuality. Move into the emotionality of things rather than just the sexuality and stimulation of the body. There is an emotional stimulation that needs emotional commitment and emotional trust. Electromagnetically, this emotional stimulation will open a frequency within you. This frequency that sexuality represents is a reminder of your godhood. The male shut down his feeling center in order to experience stewardship upon the planet. He was able to carry on war and to kill and dominate the planet because he had shut down his feeling center. The female agreed to have his speaking center shut down so that the male could have the opportunity to experience being in charge of the system. All of this is now coming to a point of stabilization or equalization. Equalization. The female began to open her throat about 30 years ago, making the opportunity to speak fashionable. The problem is that many females ended up shutting down their feeling centers as they opened their speech centers. They began to become very much like males. A balance is needed. Now the female is finding the need to awaken the feminine principle inside herself. She is in a female body and has mastered the use of the male vibration within her. She has gone out into the world and she feels powerful. She can walk the streets without a veil on her face. She can decide whether she wants to be married. She is her own property. She is responsible in the country of her own decisions. She's beginning to soften and to awaken the portion of herself that nurtures her and brings her life. As she makes herself whole in her male and her female portions and allows herself to experience the evolved DNA, she broadcasts this frequency. This frequency will become very prevalent upon the planet. It is inevitable that men will open their feeling centers. That is the next step men must go through to establish a balance with the female. This will happen very quickly for men. It will not be a 30-year process because men at this time are moving as a populace into confusion. Men are realizing that they don't like what is occurring and they are questioning authority. At some point, the frequencies will become predominant. Then, for example, a person may be experimenting on an animal in a laboratory when their feeling center is suddenly and radically opened. The person feels the pain that the animal is feeling, and what they have been doing becomes abhorrent. They turn around and walk away from the laboratory and never go back because they are so shaken. This is what is coming from the male vibration. We have said that the male vibration will transform in a very short period of time. We will not tell you why or how because some of you will consider it to be entirely too ominous. Oh my goodness. What is going to happen? However, we will say that as the waves continue to come, there will be a unilateral rising of consciousness within the population. At a certain point, when men are in the deepest struggle of mastering feeling, the feeling center will be activated. This will either occur gently or it will be blown wide open. Women at the same time will be hit, infused, and enveloped with the opening of the heart chakra so that they can have compassion while they watch their men feel. We are speaking to mass events that will trigger people through waves of light. Female energy, that which feels and connects life to life, is being awakened in everyone. Women must redefine their ideas of femaleness and strength. They must find what it is to be strong as females, just as men must discover what it is to be vulnerable as males. What is the endearing aspect of the male when he is vulnerable? What is the endearing aspect of the female when she is in self-empowerment? When she is a feminine version of empowerment and not a masculine version. Women have had a hard shell around their energy fields. They have been protecting themselves. This is very true. I can relate to that. Now they're going to develop true emotional strength. The hard outer shell will diffuse and the light body will radiate from the heart. The goddesses and the gods are agreeing and working with this energy. It is so decreed that this is how the drama will unfold. The old stories have been buried and discovered that recount the magic of the female, the creator, the one able to bring birth, the one holding the mystery of blood, the life force, and the one able to put the life force back into earth. Where are the stories of the goddess? She who loves and feels and nurtures. The male species used to have goddess energy inside too, and felt the need for the goddess. I love goddess energy. I love it. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I've had, I think, some of my teachers, I don't think, I know, a Hathor, Mary Magdalene, Kuan Yin, Kali, and my male teachers have been so far, I don't know if they're teachers, but Jesus is a teacher, Jesus for sure. But Horus, because of the aspect of Hathor, believe. I'm not 100% sure with Horus, but I think so. Anyway, in order to better control the planet during the last several thousand years, all of the myths have been given to you by extraterrestrials. They have seeded all of your religious institutions. We have said you are an experiment. At times, the experiment has been uplifting and loving, but in recent times, it has moved into into incredible decay. You, as members of the family of light, have come to raid this planet and pull light back into it so that the nonsense of separation and war never need be believed again. Man and woman are meant to complement each other, not oppose each other. Remember, feeling is emotion. Emotion is the key to getting off this planet. It is the key to figuring out the multidimensional self, healing it, and becoming one. It is also the key to lovingly activating Earth as a living library, returning a valuable area of existence from extinction. With men and the patriarchal society in charge of this planet for the last several thousand years, and women taking a position on the ground, not even in the back seat. Separation has been the theme, and emotion has been pushed aside, given a bad name, and frowned upon. You have been automatons. What is that? Performing roles that were given to you to keep you separated. I'm going to look up that word, automatons. Matons, automatons, automatons, automaton. A moving mechanical device made in imitation of a human being. Oh my God. That's what they tell us we are. Oh my God. You do not have a pantheon of powerful female creator images. You have nothing on which to pattern a positive image of the empowered feminine. So men are striving to be male and women are striving to be empowered through a male vibration because you do not have a clear vision of the empowerment of the empowered female. You must create it. Begin to recognize the wealth of energy in the female version of self, which is intuition, receptivity, creativity, compassion, and nourishment. You are discovering that there is a wealth of identity in an essence that has been discredited for a long time. If you are a female, of course, you are a living form of that essence. Men must discover their form of the goddess within themselves, where the goddess meets the God in them. How beautiful! How beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? Oh, I love that. By the same token, the view of the masculine is distorted. You do not have an example of an empowered feeling male. Society has deemed feeling males soft and lacking in masculinity. Men are beginning to look at their emotions and say, "Hey, I feel this," and know that they are still men. So men and women are both creating role models of empowered, integrated versions of masculine and feminine. These models are coming, and they are coming quickly. The time for separation is finished. As we mentioned, it is not outside yourself that you are looking for a twin flame partner. You are looking for the integration of the female and male presence within yourself. They make one whole. Whole people are looking to connect with other whole people in relationships that are based on trust, desire, and choice. The relationships are not based on, "I need you in my life to complete me and validate me." You become complete in yourself and operate with someone else who is complete in themselves and offers a whole new territory to explore. When you marry that twin flame inside yourself, you are recognizing the intuitive goddess, life-bringing, sensitive portion of yourself, as well as a portion of yourself that is powerful, rational, and intellectual. One that is very much of the earth plane, and the other is very much of the spiritual plane. When you merge these energies together in yourself, it will be imperative that you find someone who has the same qualities. You will not fit with someone who has not integrated the whole. So I have to integrate the intuitive goddess, life-bringing, sensitive portion of myself, as well as the portion of myself that is powerful, rational, and intellectual. One that is very much of the earth, and the other is very much of the spiritual plane. So earth and spirit, God and goddess. That's what I am integrating. Let's not forget the extraterrestrial. Hello. I'm feeling like some kind of energy in my head, like a tingly feeling reading this. I'm feeling it. This paragraph. I feel like tingly. Anyway, you will automatically draw whole people to yourself, and it will be effortless. You will be able to plug into one another out of desire and recognition, not out of need. You will achieve something that you never recognized as a possibility in any relationship before. And you will give relationship a very new personality, a new boundary, and a new definition. You will become your own role models for this new type of relationship. Many of you will find that the marriage institution is meaningless. It will not fit and house what you know or how you want to live. As all of you are on the path of integrating the polarities within yourself, difficult issues are going to come up over and over again. Welcome the difficult times, for they can be your greatest teacher. Stay focused on your own growth, your own path, and your own self, and not on what others are doing. Call on your own internal masculine and feminine to set up a dialogue between them so that they can begin to work in partnership and harmony. Give yourself a lot of love and encouragement. Make an appointment with yourself and say, I love you, self. You are a wonderful self. You are a number one, the best self. When you give yourself the dignity of your own love, as if you were royalty receiving the accolades of the people, everything changes. Strength and integration become yours because you believe in and love who you are. When you believe in and love yourself, everything starts to go your way. The most difficult thing for you, the most difficult thing for most of you is making the commitment to believe you deserve love. No one else has to love you. You are not here to go around gathering love from other people to convince yourself that you are worth it. You are here to master a very difficult task in a system that is dark and gives very little input, stimulation, and information about the true story. You are here to do the impossible. By committing to love yourself and making this commitment the number one step from which you operate every day, everything falls into place. You become whole and complete. Then you are ready for a bonded relationship with another who is complete. And the relationship can take you into unexplored realms. That's quite beautiful. I think I should underline that. That is the chair speaking, okay? That's not me. Oh, guys, you know what it is? I want to tell y'all. I found this thing where this article about eating foods that align with your different chakras. Have you ever heard of that? I feel like something biting me. I'm so baffled by what is biting me. So apparently, right, there's food for the root chakra, for the sacral chakra, for the crown chakra, for the throat chakra, for the heart chakra, for the solar plexus chakra. I found the article. It was quite interesting. It was like related to the colors of food, like the colors for the chakras, some of it, not all of it. And it was so cool. So, and if you want to look at that, I feel like it can't like cause any harm, and it gives you like a well-balanced diet anyway. So I'm looking into that and seeing how to incorporate most of the foods every day. I think one of them for the crown chakra, there's lavender, but she said you can use essential oils. I think I would like, those infusers, you can do lavender. I think I'll try that. I don't think I could cook with it. I haven't figured out a recipe yet for lavender. Maybe I can do like lavender tea or something. I have to Google that. But that's how I'm going to get my lavender from my crown chakra. But like for sacral, it's like orange. So it's like carrots. And which one's yellow? Is it the solar plexus is yellow? So you can do like corn or lemons. And green is like the heart chakra. So you can do like green leafy foods. cucumber or spinach, stuff like that. Kiwi, I think, or green apples. Red is for the root chakra, so you can do like pomegranates or beets or red apples. What is sacral? Sacral. What is this thing? Something biting me, you know? Sacral. I forget. Yes, what color is the sacral? But like blue is the throat chakra, so you do like blueberries. Um, third eye. What's third eye? Can't remember. But anyway, you can look it up and see if you want to do that. But I can look for the article. I'm gonna look for the article now so I can tell you all because I already started talking about it. Okay, so root is red. Red apples, beets, tomatoes, pomegranates, strawberries, raspberries. You can also add root veggies to your diet as well. Okay, let's see. Sacral is orange. So sacral would be like carrots, mango, oranges, orange peppers, peaches, apricots, sweet potatoes. You can also do like foods rich in omega-3 like salmon or nuts and seeds like flax or almonds. So that's for sacral. And then for solar plexus is yellow. And they said you can do like bananas, pineapple, corn, lemons, yellow curry. You can also do complex carbohydrates like oats, brown rice, farro, beans, vegetables, and sprouted grains. And then, okay, heart chakra is green. And they were saying you can do like kale, broccoli, spinach, chard, dandelion, greens, parsley, celery, cucumber, zucchini, matcha, green tea, avocado, lime, mint, peas, kiwi, green apples. Let's see. Throat chakra is blue. You can do like, oh, throat chakra, you do coconut water, herbal teas, raw honey and lemon, or fruits that grow on trees such as apples, pears, and plums. That's the throat. Third eye is indigo. And you can do fruits like purple grapes, purple kale, blueberries. Oh, you can do blueberries then? Purple cabbage, eggplant, and purple carrots. They also said cacao. And then like the crown chakra is white or violet. And so this one is more like meditation herbs or essential oils such as sage, lavender, frankincense, and juniper for balancing the crown chakra. Anyway, I thought this was very interesting, and I think I'm going to try to, as much as I remember. I don't know if you have to do it every day either, right? But I think I'll try to incorporate it as often as I can, or often as I want to, as I remember. I thought it was really interesting. So that's it. And then, so next episode, we will be doing chapter 20, which is sexuality, a bridge to higher levels of consciousness. Oh, I wanted to highlight that goddess part. The parts, but didn't really talk about the extraterrestrial part of us. Maybe that's another book or another chapter. Hmm. I find more stuff I should have highlighted while I was reading. Hold on. Anyway, I think that's it for today. I hope you really have a great day, a great evening, that you nourish yourself with all the things that fill your soul, that you know that you are loved and that you are loved, and you're gentle with yourself in this whole process, this whole thing that we are in called life, okay? Take time, be easy, follow your heart, listen to your joys, let things flow, allow, don't fight down anything. You know, if you're having a feeling, look at the feeling. Why am I having this feeling? What's the root? Let me love myself here. You know what I mean? Anyways, so have a great evening. Bye, guys.